Hello, everybody. Good evening, good morning. Sorry I'm late. I'm not doing great today. So let's just jump right in and we'll see if I can up the vibes a little bit from there. We got a decent amount to look at anyway. But first, I suppose let's check in. It's been a little while since we figured out how much food's gonna cost. So let's find out, I suppose. Do I still have the chat um invisible like from yesterday? Fix that.
I'm Perla Shaheen at Jensen's in Point Loma.
What's up, Shard?
Incoming tariffs on a number of imported foods has some people stockpiling groceries. But how much money will that really save you down the line? Let's find out.
Things that might be affected by the tariffs: San Marzano tomatoes from Italy, coffee, chocolate.
That's the owner of Jensen's, Adam Zach. We walked through the aisles to find foods made in other countries.
Made in Switzerland.
Less perishable items people could buy now and save for later to avoid spending more when President Trump's tariffs go into effect.
And this is what
Okay, so first and foremost, right now, whether or not the tariffs have been put in or not, or whether, it looks like they're negotiated, it doesn't matter. Whether the tariffs go in, whether he changes his mind, whether he drops them entirely, the prices are going up regardless. So at least for the next year, the general prices of everyday goods is going to go up, whether or not they're even international imports or not. We know how the price gouging system tends to flourish under any kind of disruption to the supermarket logistics that goes rather the price logistics that goes into the supermarket pricing. But no, they go out of their way to steal as much money from you as they possibly can. And so yes, you should probably be budgeting and not only worrying about where you're getting your food from, but try and just get your food outside of a supermarket as much as possible. Not saying that that's easy, especially in the United States, but it is what it is. Good morning, Shard.
when you could
I have such a bad
stockpile this
cough
for
again.
6 months, as long as you keep it sealed. The hard cheeses are the ones that you could save.
According to MarketWatch, more than 40% of Americans are stockpiling groceries in anticipation of price increases. Sales spiked on non-perishables like canned vegetables, instant coffee, and ketchup right after Trump's largest tariff announcement on April 2nd.
I'm anticipating
The
increases.
coffee one I
Shopper
really
Carol
got.
Arnett saves on perishables by buying in bulk and then vacuum sealing them to last.
I vacuum pack and freeze half of those, and then we have nice fresh stuff throughout the month.
Zach recommends stocking up if you're particular about buying certain foreign goods. Things like wine, olive oil, chocolate, coffee, or cheese could store well.
Especially if you have a favorite chocolate, say, this is the only one I
You
like.
we
would
say
wanna
this
stock up.
a lot, partially in jest, but also very seriously, that Americans really do love their treats, and I don't know how this is gonna go when the treats just stop being on the shelves. For now, they've been able to at least keep up a somewhat consistent availability of goods, but once the shelves get emptier and emptier and emptier, they're not going to fill back up again. Not with those same goods.
Up on that, say it's from
Not with
Belgium or
those treats.
France or somewhere.
But overall, Zach says you'll probably only save a couple dollars. He believes prices on non-perishable items won't fluctuate much, even when tariffs go into effect.
You might see something that maybe it's costs $4 now, maybe it goes to $4.50. It's not. I don't think it'll be huge.
He says the best idea is to get flexible with your grocery choices, shopping for locally sourced brands that might not be impacted.
You know
Perla
what? I'm
Shaheen,
kind of-
ABC 10 News.
I'm trying to decide on where I want to take this because, yes, I do want to talk about the fact that several countries might be going to war soon, but also, I really can't be bothered with that right now. I might actually just hold off on that and just hope India and Pakistan don't blow each other out of the sky in the next I don't know, 2 days, and do something more fun. We'll see. But first, we've talked about robots stealing your jobs. But the robots are also coming for the people who try and steal for a living. They're coming for the criminals' jobs, the people who call and make call-in scams, both in relation to like employment, but in general, like once the scam bots get upgraded, they stay upgraded.
Have you ever wondered if your coworker is a bot? Well, now you may have to. We've heard of fake job
definitely.
listings, but companies say they're working to stop fake job seekers as new employment scams target both sides of the market. So CBS News confirms Melissa Matani explains what this troubling trend is all about.
Not only do people need to be aware of fake job listings these days, now they need to be on the lookout for fake job seekers. And these aren't just real people auditioning for a job, but AI-generated avatars impersonating humans. Take a look at this example.
Can you take your hand and put it like in front of your face to like cover it partially? If you don't do it, we'll end the conversation right now.
So we spoke to the interviewer in that video, David Marzadlow, who told us this was the second time something like this had happened at his 3-year-old cybersecurity company.
For a cybersecurity company as well, that's hilarious. That's like actually very funny. The fact that you're specifically a cybersecurity company and they're trying to get shit like AI of this quality in the job application? I mean, that has to be a troll, right?
He said it's completely changed the company's hiring process, which now includes an in-person meeting.
I would
So
imagine.
why are people doing this? Well, people impersonating others isn't new. Often it's to infiltrate a company to get information or sometimes to instill malware. Sometimes it can be innocent for people who want to juggle a remote job whilst also doing an in-person one. But AI technology is making impersonation easier and faster to do, and that's a problem for tech companies. Research and advisory firm Gartner...
The thing is, no, it's not a problem for tech companies. It's a problem for people who want to be employed by tech companies. Can I have a job? I'm totally a real boy. I will work for $1,000 per hour. Bleep blorp. Yeah. Well, to be fair, if you say yes to that, the bot earned that job. I feel like. Fuck the corpos? Yeah, no, fuck the corpos. That should just be a given, you know. Fuck the corpos being a not just like a term, but a feeling that we embody in general as a society.
Estimates that
I
by
think we already do.
2028, 1 in 4 candidates worldwide will be fake. And scammers are tackling both sides of the job market. Here's Microsoft's Vice President of Fraud on the issue.
This is where AI is...
Like, yeah, it's AI applicants and AI job postings. Sooner, they're going to create their own internal AI economy of AI scams. And I wonder if then that will reopen up the human grift market once the AI grift market becomes its own, like, closed loop.
is being used to either attract people for the jobs, or they're creating jobs that don't exist to be able to
they do
scam people out
now.
of.
Like they do now, because if they now build a job where the job is to steal money from another job to pay the people who are your fake employees at your fake job, that's now a real job. It's just not with people at any point, except for maybe the where the money's being stolen from.
Money.
So, for real job seekers out there who are looking for a legitimate job, here are some tips to spot those fake listings. First, don't give away any money or personal information up front. Second, make sure you can verify the listing by cross-checking that it exists on the company's official jobs page.
I think this might be actually a cycle that would be in an even bigger cycle, because yes, I think it would break the entire system, long like Homo sapien, but I also think that it would build a new system around that system, which would then break because it would keep doing it, and then it would build another new like it would just be in and out of whether it engages with people or not. And yeah, no, you're right, Shard. Too many people shill way too hard, and so do the corpos. It's kind of like all America does now. It's kind of America's main thing that we produce. But it's kind of the whole world, more and more. Every goddamn day. I mean, everyone's
China
lying.
insinuating
Everyone's lying all the
today
time.
that President Trump is lying. Just this moment, a spokesperson for China's
Except
foreign ministry
for China
saying
right now. China's not lying right now when they're saying that.
that as far
I just
as he
knew it was going to
knows,
start this way.
China and the United States have not held any consultations or meetings or negotiations.
I'm so glad I work in a career in which LinkedIn is irrelevant. I'm so glad that basically all careers are irrelevant now. At least it's looking like we're going to end up in that type of a situation in not all that far from now. About to watch the NFL draft, my guilty pleasure. Have fun, honestly. I'm going to not do my job and instead do something fun. So let's watch something interesting. Let me see. I'm just like kind of doing this as a last minute change, so bear with me. You know what? I do have something actually really, really cute. That'll shit done with AI now, right? Like, you know, nobody is either reading or writing CVs anymore. Like, they're being written by AI and they're up hats for other sea critters to save them from the predators. That is such a, like, lovely attitude to have as a weird-looking sea creature. What are the odds we can watch Shark Week on stream this year? Well, I have no idea. It depends on A, how, like, much they would care about copyright, and, B, I don't even know when Shark Week is. I thought, like, do they still do that? Like, it was a thing when I was a kid, sure, but, like, I don't know how... People don't watch TV anymore. How do you do Shark Week when you don't have, like, I don't know, TV? When Animal Planet was fire? Yeah, when we were children. When people cared about science and nature and learning. That's in July. I mean, to be fair, it's not that far from now. It might be the last time we ever, you know, have sharks on this planet. We'll try. We'll give it a go. Sorry, that was too sad. The sharks will outlive us, more than likely. If only. Oh, you want to know? You want to see something very funny? Like, I mean, like, very funny. An Australian Navy fleet of tugboats was secretly built by the Chinese. I don't know how that, like, I don't know if it was secretly, as in secret from the public, or secret from the like the Australian Navy, but, like, yeah, question mark is where I'm at too with this one.
The latest fleet of vessels ordered for the Royal Australian Navy has been secretly constructed in China under a $28 million contract. Documents uncovered by the ABC reveal a Dutch shipbuilder then fitted out the new harbour tugs in Vietnam before delivering them here.
So Australia contracted out our Navy tugboats to a Dutch company to build, who then contracted that out to a Chinese company and a Vietnamese company to both build and then ship over to sell. It's pirate time, Viz. The world would be a much nicer place if people could just have fun. I don't know. If we could build a pirate society that was like better than One Piece and also better than Pirates of the Caribbean, but at least as funny as either of those two, that would be a better society than this.
More on this, defence correspondent Andrew Green joins us. Good afternoon, Andrew. Tell us a bit more about this project.
Ros, very little has been said publicly about
I would
this
imagine,
project.
yeah.
The government certainly has not announced it, but late last year we saw the construction completed of the first of 3 harbour tugs that have been ordered by the Defence Department for the Royal Australian Navy. They'll be based in various locations in Australia, but what Defence was hoping to do is get them built quickly and then delivered to Australia. The first 2 are already here, and the third is due to be in service by the end of the year. But what we've uncovered through various records that we've managed to get hold of is that the Dutch company Damen, which won a $28 million contract, it built these ships or these hulls of the tugboats in a Chinese shipyard and then took them to Vietnam for refitting before delivering them to Australia. This was certainly never made public by the company or the Defence Department until...
Did you think that like you're just ripping off another customer? It's a government, right? It's not just like a corpo. It's not you're not selling a private ship to like one guy. You're selling this shit to a government, and not a poor one to say the least. But like, yeah, I feel like that shit would eventually get out.
These documents came to light.
Okay, so what's been the reaction to this revelation?
When you make the idea of contractors so fucking normalized.
Well, so far the government has not responded to these revelations.
It seems like less like a secret, more just nobody paid any fucking attention.
Statement, the Defence Department stresses that while these vessels are for the Navy, they are not naval vessels and they will be crewed by civilian contractors, although Defence does say that it can, in special circumstances, take control.
Is Stream messing up? I don't know. Is it? Let me see if there's a bit rate. Looks like it should be fine to me.
Opposition is very concerned about it. It says that the Defence Minister needs to fully explain what he knew about the project and whether he gave approval for these vessels to be built in China, which is a development that many in the industry find a little bit unusual. And the opposition also wants to know if there are any security concerns.
I mean, that's just how we fought the Iraq War. Long leg Homo sapien. If you contract if you contract me on top of a contractor on top of another contractor, then it seems like everything is just way more expensive. That's the whole point. That's literally the entire point. To make everything more expensive, and so that they could steal more money from the general public. Again, you pay taxes. Your taxes go to private companies. That's the whole point.
Have needed to be mitigated.
Gotta turn on the stealing machine. We have so many ways to generate money while generating nothing productive. Yeah. At this point, I'd be surprised if we still remembered how to generate money productively. I kind of would be. I don't know what the fuck this is.
Meter stingray can eat 50 crabs a day.
It looked interesting.
They hoover up any who've lost their shell. Our spy becomes the crab's
weird,
defender.
Man.
The ray will look for an easier meal. Those with hard shells aren't worth the trouble. Males even stand and fight. Those with soft shells hide among the hordes. Despite their brave defenders, the ray can hunt them down.
I do think this is,
It makes sure.
This sounds horrifying if you just take all of the words out of it. Like, I wish I could just remove the actual talking and listen to that. That sounds actually terrifying.
Short work of extracting meat from shell. The
And the
crab in
breathing.
hiding makes her getaway. She needs to get lost in the
Rather
crowd.
not the breathing, but like
The ray's victim is now an empty husk,
the sucking.
but he's yet to have his 50 a day. And the fleeing crab is still in the open.
I'm just imagining the crabs with the thick Australian accents. Like, I'm gonna get you for this one's for fucking Steve. Come here.
She's made it. Now to vanish among the masses.
It is literally a flying shark.
The
yeah.
greater the numbers, the
that's-
harder it is for the ray.
The ocean is a scary place, my guy.
Those with hard shells form an armoured fortress, with the soft-shelled hidden beneath. Left in the open, spy crab is now a sitting target. It gets the full
They
death ray
are
treatment.
just living, but like so is the ray. Collective action.
A crab's eye view of an untimely end.
The lonely crab ends up like that, I guess.
But it's still live and kicking. It's not over yet. This
Guys,
time, the ray did it a favour.
Genuinely admire
Back firmly
that
on its
crab's
own 8
grit.
feet, our spy heads to the fortress. It has a tower of crustaceans to climb.
A tower of crustaceans. Yeah, okay, that's enough crabs for me. I'm not really a big fan of crabs. Not because, like, there's anything wrong with them, but because they creep me out. They're like underwater spiders to me. And, I mean, they are underwater spiders. It's not just to me, but I love the way that he says, our spy. Yeah, it's like a whole theme. He said it about the other one too, the octopus. That was not an octopus that smelled tasty. To our sharks over there. So, you guys want to learn about space economics? Apparently, we're gonna start mining on the moon soon. And I can see them. We really are going to be building the goddamn expanse. God damn it. Wait, actually, if we do build the expanse universe, at least in that universe, the Chinese beat America to Mars and colonized it first. And if we can just, if at the very least we get through this with denying Mars to Elon, I'll take that. I'll take something. Yeah. Well, no, not really. I feel like private companies would be the ones that would be wanting to go and do most of that at this point because they can profit off of it. NASA's gone. NASA's fucked up. It's just out the window.
To live
All
and
of their
work
money's
on the
gone.
moon might sound like a dream.
I was strolling on the moon one day in a merry, merry month of December. May.
Or a complete nightmare, depending on who
Why have
you
I never
ask.
heard that before?
The moon is terrible. It's a terrible place to be.
Extremely inhospitable place.
A very dusty environment.
Extreme temperature swings.
It's a lot of radiation.
The moon gets bombarded by meteorites.
Microgravity conditions.
Solar flares.
Yeah, maybe a Chinese company does it.
After more than 50 years.
We're sending humans back to the moon.
One thing that Apollo got a lot of criticism for was the fact that we kind of just went there and left.
If they get fusion tech down, then they're absolutely doing it.
flags and footprints, but we didn't stay.
Today, the vision is to build
now that's
an
woke and
architecture
gay.
that allows a lunar ecosystem to emerge to support continued activity on the moon.
If successful, these endeavors could redefine the boundaries of human life and exploration.
Essentially, we're working to build humanity's home on another world.
Wait, what the fuck was that?
An exploration.
Essentially, we're working to build humanity's
okay, never mind.
home on another world.
We want to deploy our presence and our understanding on the moon because it will just be a springboard to the next.
It will require the highest levels of scientific discovery, technological advancement, and, well, money.
I'm talking about tens and hundreds of billions of dollars.
These investments we make today will have a direct impact on our future space economy.
If we can actually find ways to sustain businesses on the lunar surface, then what's to say we can't find ways to sustain businesses on asteroids, on Mars, other areas of space that we're not even thinking about right now.
It all starts with getting back to the moon.
We're probably defunding our fusion labs right now anyway. I love that you're joking, but honestly, you're probably not joking. In that if it would benefit another country, we probably are doing it. We can build a 3D moon base. We can build homes for super cheap. We can do that. We can build 3D homes for super cheap already without the moon base. We could just do that one. We just don't do that. We could build homes pretty cheaply if we actually like cared about doing that efficiently and not making single family housing a thing that we prioritize. Yeah, we could do a lot more. Our fusion labs are shit anyway. That sucks, especially to work in that industry and to have that point of view on it. They really do.
Something that I like to think about, the first human that ever looked at the moon, at that moment, we were always going. We were always going to seek to have a sustained presence there. We're ready to go back and to stay. We have the technologies that are going to enable us. So it's really just always been a part of what had to happen.
I'm about 2 cycles lower on this chair than when we started, so doesn't matter to me, but I wanted to give you the opportunity.
Please
keep that. I love it. Don't cut that.
These are the Artemis II astronauts, and they're destined for the moon.
Well, Artemis in Greek mythology is Apollo's
Hey,
twin
look, right now, I'll go to the moon. Get me the fuck off this planet, please.
sister.
I hate space, but I'll go to the moon. Get me out of here.
I think our generation appreciates having a program that now we get a chance to take our own moonshots, right? What we call great things that humans accomplish. This is our generation's opportunity to send humans into deep space to explore.
Now, it might seem strange to say the moon, our closest celestial neighbor, is in deep space, but it is wildly far away. It is 1,000 times farther away than the International Space Station, which is in low Earth orbit.
Ain't no such thing
So
as
the
a
fact that
moonshot
we were
now. Everything is more doable than it ever once was right now.
actually able to reach it back in the 60s is
Pretty much
quite impressive.
all of it, really.
Now,
We're coming off a decade of massive and unprecedented
Maybe living off the
venture
grid
investment
is
in
the
space.
only thing that's
this is
not
Carissa
more
Bryce
doable.
Christensen, founder and CEO of Bryce Tech, known for data-driven analysis of the satellite and space industry.
The world of lunar exploration today is a lot more expansive and inclusive. So that certainly introduces some chaos, and it also broadens the opportunity space for new actors, new innovators, new investors, new companies.
As of January 2025, the space economy is worth nearly $600 billion,
At
which is
the moment, however the fuck you decide it does. Genuinely, like, yeah, at the moment, that's it. It's not like anyone else gets to make laws on the moon. We're not on the moon. We're not living on the moon. Now, like, we have some pre-existing, I guess, like, regulations on how you're meant to behave on the moon. But once you're on the moon, you're on the moon. They're not on the moon. Yeah. If you can convince everyone else on the moon with you to, you know, do that, yeah. Kinda. And if other people come and decide no, then you're on the moon. And so they need to be able to not lose ability to access oxygen on the moon. And you're there first, so I guess. And yeah, me too, Shard. Yeah. I mean, I hate the people, who have those as their job titles as well, for the most part. And for the most part, I really do mean all of them.
With the global semiconductor industry or the entire global sports market. Surprisingly, most of that money has nothing to do with the moon.
The lucrative business of space, the $100 billion markets, are associated with satellites.
Almost everything we consider part of the space industry is directly linked to life on Earth because the tech is designed to serve us humans. Thus far, the moon has been seen as an opportunity for government.
I'm sorry, wait. We'll come back to the moon. What the fuck is this? What's happening here?
Look, those grapes are gone, that whole bucket, just in 2 seconds. All right, guys, come on.
I don't hate
Let's go.
This, I don't think.
You ready? I'm gonna sit in the snow-covered bench. Holy smokes! Oh my God!
I love this. Yeah, no, I love this.
Yes!
Are these hot dogs?
Yes!
I've never seen this guy before in my life.
I'm wall-to-wall raccoons. You ready?
That's a lot of raccoons.
Let's go. Oh my God.
Well, I was gonna say, I'm sure hot dogs are, like, really bad for the raccoons, but, like...
Yeah, see how long they last. Get in, Connor.
Is he just do this every, like, just films a video of him just coming out to feed the raccoons every day?
It's from Mark H. Radcliffe. It's Amazon. And it's a, okay, remote control outdoor outlet switch. Okay.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, you got a cat too.
I'm mad at you, Connor Cat. He don't care what I think.
No, he don't. He don't care what you think. Sorry, I interrupted that because I was very confused by the raccoons. It makes them very prone to liking humans, which means they're more likely to get hit by cars and stuff. Ah, that makes sense. That is sad.
Funded exploration, not necessarily business.
We really do
But
suck.
we know the commercial satellite companies of today wouldn't exist without the technology, innovation, and investment from the space race. Can modern government interest in the moon open the door for commercial companies to thrive and create new business
God, I hate
opportunities
this
even
fucking
further out in
framing
our
already. I'm gonna hate every bit of this, to be fair, because this is from Bloomberg. So, like, yeah, Killjoy.
solar system? The
Just
overall
double
space
down on
economy
it,
is projected to
clearly.
be worth $1.8 trillion by 2035. And theoretically, the moon could become a bigger, more commercial...
Fuck that. Here, hold on. We gotta bring the joy back. Yeah, let's do... I wanted to hear about science, not companies and investment. I'm pretty sure
Best
foxes
job in the
don't...
world.
Whoa.
White Arctic fox in western Greenland. Look at this. Look at how close it comes. Never witnessed an Arctic fox
Yeah, but the good kind of screech.
coming that close. Absolutely
That's so
phenomenal.
adorable. It is a very boopable snoot. It is a very boopable snoot. I don't care if it wrecks my house. I want a fennec fox. Boop the snoot. Yeah, boop the fucking snoot. I mean, the snoot kind of booped the camera. I like it. I'm a fan. I'm hearing that studies show watching a beaver eat cabbage can lower your stress levels. So I was feeling a bit stressed. And I gotta say, no, this is helping. It's definitely lowering my stress levels a little bit. I love animals. I'm like, this is what I'm doing instead of politics. I'm just gonna look at cute animals. At least for a hot minute.
Hi. Hello. What?
That's a very talkative cat.
You're a talking one, aren't you? Yeah, I know. Come here. What happened? What are you telling me? What are you telling me?
Oh god. Do love that. Is that in Turkey? Yeah, that was in Turkey. That one was definitely in Turkey. Caracol. I suppose we can have a look at one of those. What's that kitty? Mao Zedong? The kitty is not trying to do Chinese propaganda, actually. That kitty almost certainly is doing Ataturk propaganda. It's not even that I'm having a bad day. Shard, it's like nothing is doing what I want it to do, including my lungs for one, but my brain for two, and that's just been like a week-long thing. I genuinely just think I need a weekend to like put myself in the right headspace by force. And I mean that by force. And the way to do that, I think, would be to just spend it having fun instead of worrying about literally anything. I think just having the fun is the reset. It gets all of us, like, sometimes you just have an off week. Yeah, absolutely. I either watch Fail Army or Cute Animals. People, like, getting hurt isn't a thing that tends to give me joy unless I can already, like, know that they're bad people, and so... Oh, Jesus, that's not happy. I'd still give you a hug, because you still look adorable when you're trying to look scary, but, like... it'll probably hurt. Rude. A cougar? No, that's a caracal. And skill issue for the hug revoked. Honestly, I would take it. That's an adult one of these. I would love to have, like, more pets, but I already can't train this one to stop trying to use my legs like they're fucking whatchamacallit, scratching posts. So wait, I don't know if the music's gonna be the thing that gets Cats and cucumbers are very funny. Sorry, hold on. I have ADHD, if you haven't noticed.
A kilo heavier. Adults with the fierce-looking face. The body is round, with long, dense fur. The team then releases the cat.
We were due for a silly stream. I agree. The body is
His
round.
little legs aren't designed for distance. After a short, high-speed dash, he stops to survey his surroundings.
I'm gonna actually end YouTube stream. Sorry guys on YouTube. Jump over to Twitch because that'll at least make it so I can watch more things. He's a bean. He is a bean. He is an incredibly adorable bean. Yeah, look, YouTube already actually got mad